Hey guys, welcome back. This is Phil from TheCage.com. We have the Galaxy Note 8 in 3 different colors: Midnight Black, Deep Sea Blue, and Orchid Gray. Some countries will have Maple Gold as their color option. We don't have it here in South Korea, so we are just going to proceed with the unboxing. So 3 of the colors, let's go with the brand new color, Deep Sea Blue. So instead of the coral blue that they have had for a long period of time, this is the new color of the blue. So here's the phone itself. We're just gonna pull it out and just put it right there. And there, beneath that is a packet that contains the SIM card tray removal pin and a lot of other stuff. We'll get into that just in a second. And there's a micro USB to USB Type-C adapter. If you want to use your older accessories, you can use this. And there is a USB Type-A to USB Type-C port if you want to transfer your data from your older phone, or use the external USB drives like the flash memory, mice, or keyboard. And then there is the charger, the power brick, that still uses the same old output, 9 volts 1.678 or 5 volts 2A. Samsung hasn't changed this standard ever since the Galaxy Note 4. So that is stayed there. And there is a lot of other freebies, including the USB Type-C to Type-A cable. You have to charge your phone. And there is a pair of earphones right there. This is tuned by AKG. I wouldn't really call this an AKG pair of earphones. These are tuned by AKG. These come in freebie in the box. And there is a pen tip removal tool and 5 of the extra pen tips if you want to replace your S Pen. And there are 2 pairs of extra ear tips for your earphones. And that's pretty much it. And interestingly enough, Samsung decided to include a free protective case in the packaging. So inside this little packet, there is a quick guide right there, your guide to Samsung Pay, and then a free plastic case. This doesn't seem like the best case in the world, but it should last long enough until you get the one that you actually like. And let's quickly go through the rest of the colors. There is the Midnight Black, and there is the Orchid Gray that was also seen for the Galaxy S8 and the S8 Pluses. Alright, so what you see here is a 6.3-inch QHD Plus Infinity display. Samsung introduced that firstly in the Galaxy S8 and the S8 Pluses, and they have the same type of display, 18.5:9 ratio in the Galaxy Note 8. The biggest difference between the Galaxy Note 7, 8 or the Galaxy Note Fan Edition and the Note 8, it does not have the front-mounted home button or the fingerprint reader. The home button is built inside the screen as a soft key and also is pressure sensitive, so you can press hard on the button spot to go home, and the fingerprint reader is mounted on the back instead. Now that it's turned on, let's go ahead with the settings very quickly. Alright, so we're done with the settings, and before we go into the actual software, on top of that is a receiver. Unfortunately, it still does not have the stereo speaker, and a bunch of sensors, including the face recognition through the camera that is also equipped with autofocus, your iris scanner, and your proximity sensor, and so on and so forth. And below that is the new Samsung experience. It comes in the version 8.5, which is even higher than the 8.1 that came with the Galaxy S8, S8 Plus, or the latest updates with the Android Nougat, like the Galaxy A8 2016. The features themselves is pretty similar to the Galaxy S8 or the S8 Plus. You can swipe on any position of the screen to bring out the app drawer. The notification bar looks like this. And there's the edge panel that you can pull out from the side of the screen to access a lot of different functions. But of course, we have to talk about the S Pen and the Galaxy Note series. The S Pen itself is IP68 water and dust resistant, just like the device itself. And as always, you can write straight on the screen and pin that on the always on display. You can edit from there, and they have added some neat new features like the translator that can translate any sentence, and it also converts the currency and the other units of measurement. And then there is a new function called a live message. When you draw or write on the screen, it becomes a GIF image and you can send it to any other devices, and the trail how you wrote or drew is going to show exactly to the recipient. So that's what you have on the front surface, and what about the rear? They have 2 12-megapixel cameras. That's the Samsung's first dual camera on a smartphone ever, and there's a heart rate monitor and the LED flash. And right next to that is a fingerprint reader. Still not exactly my favorite position, but they put a little buffer zone between the camera and the fingerprint reader so you don't get to smudge the camera as often as it was right next to it. And those two dual cameras, one wide angle and one telephoto, are both enabled with the OIS, first in a mobile phone history. There's a Samsung logo under that, and the rear looks like this. 3 different colors, 3 different reflections. The colors are somewhat more darker and more dull compared to the S8 or the S8 Plus. I think it's going to depend on your taste. I'm not really sure. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I think I'm somewhere in the middle. So let's now show you how to use those two cameras. So you can launch up the camera, and there is a 2x button that enables you with the optical zoom thanks to the telephoto lens, so you can take a photo. And then there's a feature called the live focus. You can just tap on that, and they use the 2 lenses simultaneously, so you can change the focus or the aperture depending on your choice, and you can do that even after you take the photo. And that way you get to have the nice little bokeh photo, or what other manufacturers call as the portrait mode. It can also take the both wide angle and the telephoto photo in the same time. They call it the dual capture. There's a feature called the app pairs that launches 2 apps in the same time in the multitasking. It's got a dedicated Bixby button. It supports the Gear VR and the Samsung DeX. And when you finally deplete your 3300 mAh battery, you can charge that back with the USB Type-C port right there. That supports quick charge and also the wireless fast charging as well. There's a speaker on the bottom, 3.5mm standard headphone jack still is here, and that's pretty much what it has. This certainly isn't a cheap phone. Samsung is officially selling this unlocked in the US. For 64GB version, it costs $929.99. That's $930. That's a lot. For the UK, it's £870, and for the Eurozone, that's 999 euros. We'll spend some time and see if this phone is worth that much money that Samsung is asking for. We'll get back with more videos on the features and the new tricks that the Galaxy Note 8 has. Until then, if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comment, and we'll see you guys later. You can always meet us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, and we'll see you guys later. Ciao!